Hi, my name is Akshay. I'm from the team Tech Titans, and our project is Fleming College Travel Expense Tracking app. And my team members are Sushma, Sucharita, and Navadija, where Sushma is our team leader and main coordinator. She looks on all the works we do. And the main background of this project is that this app is actually designed for travelers and mainly for business purpose because generally in business purpose, a trip will be sponsored by an administration. So when the user is traveling overseas, he can submit all his receipt, all his expenses in this app, and where the administration can look on all the expenses and all the receipts from his side, and all the report will be submitted in the form of Excel, so it will be in an easy understandable form for the administration, and even all the bills and all the receipts can also be viewed and be printed from the administration part because there will be a URL provided to them in the Excel form, so they can just click on the URL and look all the bills over there and they can print it over there. And for the user part, he can add all the expenses in each category from the start of the trip till the end of the trip. So it also has some currency conversion in it. So it is not only limited for a particular country. It is for all the countries in this world. So this currency conversion is actually all the data are fetching from a particular website called European Bank, which is a government authorized website. And this the main feature of this app is that like we can keep track all the expenses, and one more main feature that we have is that we have a chat option where the user can have all his queries, and to he can keep all his queries with the administration through the chat window, so they can keep on posting their queries in the chat so they can be answered to that. And one more thing we have is that like we can he can also provide a proof of his expenses through a function we have is that bill uploading function. He can either upload the bill from his gallery or he can just take a snap of it at that moment and he can post it. So all the expenses of each category can be submitted by the user, and at the same time that will be viewed by the administration at the end of the trip. So this is generally for the business purpose, so it will be more useful for the people who travel overseas to keep track of all their expenses. And one more main thing is that this app is for both Android and iOS. So to have a clear idea about this app, we'll provide a visual demo so it'll be better to understand. We'll just explain as the video goes. So this is our brief description of this app. So there's a four icon like organize your trip, enter your expenses, submit reports on the go, stay connected, and this is a description thing. And when you click on the login, it will ask for login if you are already a user. If you are not a user, you just click on the new user. So you can put your name, email ID, password, and click on login. As I already have a login ID, so I'm gonna just log in into it. So I'm just putting my email ID and my password, and I'm logging into my account. So this is my main dashboard. This is the your trips and admin trips, and these are the trips where I am admin. That means I have created the trip here, and these are the user trips where I'm not the admin. The admin has created a trip for me. So this is the difference between the admin trip and your trips. To be clear, the admin trips are the trips where I am admin, and your trips are the trip where I am the member who's traveling in the trip. So this is the main menu where the dashboard is this one, and to create trip we have to create on the trip, and we'll also have we can also check on the currency converter. So I'm just converting the 50 CAD into USD, and the conversion amount is 0.97, sorry, 0.793. And to create a trip, click on the create trip, and I'm just naming it demo. And destination, I'll put New York, and origin is Peterborough, and home currency CAD, and you'll have many options for the destination currency. I'm just not changing it because it's USD, and it will also show here when you create a trip the current currency rate, and this is the rate where the whole trip will be in this rate. And we can add a team member by searching them. I'm adding a team member. We can have multiple team members on a same trip, so I'm adding two of them now. So when clicking on the, we can set a budget also for this trip. So I'm clicking on travel as 200 and food as 200, and for the project it's 200 and the total is 600. And when you click on the create, you'll get a pop-up on top showing the trip is successfully created. So once trip is created, it will show in the admin trips because you're the admin for this trip because you have created the trip. So it is showing in this one called demo. So when you hit on it, it'll have nothing because you have just created the trip. Once the user part, they start uploading the expenses, then it'll show up all the expenses what they have spent on their side. So from now, an admin side, the user can just look on the all the expenses that is spent by the user. So they can also see all the expenses that are added by the user, and they can also see the chat window, and they can reply to all the messages and queries that are presented by the users. So here, hello all. And this download option is just available only for the administration, where when hitting on this download button will just download all the report and it can be shared through email. So and now the report has been sent to email, and it can also be viewed in the Excel form now. So here is a report that has been sent to mail. So by clicking on it, we can just view the report. And here are the expense fields that have been added for breakfast, travel, and food. So to view the bill, just click on the URL that is presented in the last column of the expense form. So here is the bill that I have been uploaded to. So this can just be printed or viewed anyway. So the user can also download the Excel sheet. So here's the expense report for the trip that has been created for now. When signing in from the user side, as Suchi is the team member of this trip, she can see the trip popped up on your trips because she's the member who's traveling the trip. So it won't be in the admin trips as she's the member. And when she clicks on the trip, there'll be nothing. And we'll also have, as I said, it also have a chat room where she can chat with the admin by saying hello or yeah. And this is a chat, this is a graph where all the expense will be reflected over here. So for instance, I'm adding an expense called breakfast. Amount spent, it'll be 20, and it's as well as personal. I'll click on the date, meals. Into the notes as Tim's breakfast. And she can upload the bill using the gallery as well or using the camera. So I'm just uploading the bill from the camera. So submit. It'll be submitted and it'll be reflected here in the graph. So when you click on the graph, when you click on this icon, it'll show the expense over here. So for instance, I'll add another expense for Motel 6. Amount spent 100, 2 nights stay, accommodation, submit. Yeah, it'll be reflected over here. And I'll also add another expense for travel. So Uber, amount spent 25 bucks. So from me client meeting to meet a client. So I'm putting on notes over here for client meeting and submit. So it'll all be added over here. So once the user is submitting, it will be directly reflected on the admin part. So now we'll look on from the admin part.